Okay, so to help you folks with your reading skills, what I'm going to do is go over part one um, in the reading book. If you notice in your supplementary guide, you're going to be locating the reading guide. And if you scroll down, there's going to be part one, which is identifying the stated main idea of the sentence. So, finding the main idea, especially if it's clear, can be rather easy. Okay, the thing about it is that the main idea is the author's main important point about the topic, and usually when you write a paragraph or the author writes a paragraph, it's the main sentence. It's called the main idea sentence here. You may notice that what you're doing in writing the example paragraphs, you're trying to create a main idea sentence in the beginning, which sort of explains what the rest of the paragraph is going to be about. Now, if you're able to identify the main idea, you'll be able to do several things. First, you'll know what to highlight because you know what the main idea is, so you know which words will be important. You can write correct outlines and summaries. Remember information easily. Make test review sheets and other materials for yourself. Get higher test grades and write better paragraphs and essay test answers, as well as understand how the author has organized the information. So the first sentence, so what you're going to do is you're going to find the main idea sentence in the following activities. So towards the end over here of the page, we will notice that main idea sentences have several things in common. There's three particular things that we're going to cover. The first one is that the main sentence must always contain a topic, which may include the word, name, or phrase that tells us what the paragraph is about. So go ahead and pause this video and read the paragraph here about lost debit cards. Okay. Now, one of the things that you should keep in mind is the title. So notice that the title is a very big giveaway of what the paragraph is going to be about. So it says lost debit cards. So whatever you're going to read, you know that it's going to be talking about debit cards, okay? So that's kind of a good clue. Now, if you read it, you'll notice that the first sentence here, a lost or stolen debit card can be expensive, okay? This is a topic sentence because you'll notice the sentences following the first sentence, all support how a lost or stolen debit card can be expensive. Now, the second main thing a main idea sentence must have is that it needs to make sense by itself. Okay? If you read the main idea sentence, or if you read a sentence and it doesn't make sense by itself, then it probably is not a main idea sentence. Okay? So the book has conveniently distributed each of the sentences in the paragraph above here. So let's go through it. So our first sentence, a lost or stolen debit card can be expensive. Does it make sense on its own? Yeah, it does. Because basically it says that, it makes a statement. It says that if you lose your debit card or if it gets stolen, it can be expensive. And that's the main point. It's stating a point. The second sentence, if you notify the financial institution within 2 days of losing the card, your liability for unauthorized use is $50. This sentence by itself doesn't make sense because we don't know what we're talking about, right? Now, if we connect it to the first sentence, we do. So this sentence by itself does not make sense by itself. The third sentence, if you wait any longer, you can be liable up to $500 of unauthorized use for up to 60 days. Beyond that time, your liability is unlimited. So does this make sense on its own? Probably not. It doesn't make sense because you still need this, this main idea sentence here in order for this to make sense. The fourth sentence, however, some card issuers use the same rules for lost and stolen debit cards as used for credit cards, a maximum of $50. Does it make sense by itself? No, not exactly. In the explanation, it says it begins with the word however. So if it begins with however, we know that it can't be a main idea sentence, okay? So this is sort of an explanation. So every sentence that follows the first sentence supports that first sentence, which is why they cannot be main idea sentences. Now, the third thing that you need in order to identify the main idea sentence is that it needs to be a general sentence that sums up the details in your paragraph. So all of the information in the paragraph connects to this main idea, which is the same thing as your topic sentences in your example paragraphs. So everything connects to the main sentence. Now we're going to go ahead and skip over this example here, and we're going to go to this following paragraph here. Go ahead and pause this video and read this paragraph here. Okay, so if you read this paragraph, you'll notice that, let me ask you a question. Is the first sentence the topic sentence? Which type of dog is the best one for you? So the answer to that question is no, it's not. This paragraph is quite tricky because this one says that it's the main idea sentence is not necessarily the first sentence, as you'll see. Now, if you take a guess, the main idea sentence is it the second sentence? It depends, probably not. How about the third sentence? Fourth sentence? Fifth sentence? No, if you locate sentence number 9, the point is the best type of dog is one that meets a person's needs and lifestyle. This is your main idea sentence. The reason is because, well, there's a clue here. It says point. Notice that? The point is, which highlights the main idea. Now, the second part is the best type of dog is the one that meets the person's needs and lifestyle. Now, if you take a look at the rest of the sentences before sentence number 9, you'll notice that it's talking about different types of people or different types of dogs and which would fit a person's preference. So that fits a person's need and lifestyle, and it sort of all connects to this one sentence number 9 in which all of these points are describing. So hopefully this tutorial has made sense to you. Whenever you read, see if you can find the main idea sentence to help you understand the paragraph better.